In a large food processor, combine 71 grams or around 2.5 ounces of strawberries. You can use fresh or frozen. If you're using frozen, make sure you defrost them before you put them in your processor. Add 36 milliliters or around 1.25 ounces of fresh keto-friendly lemonade, 35 grams or around 1.25 ounce of plain or flavored Greek yogurt. I'm using vanilla flavored Greek yogurt. If you are using plain Greek yogurt, you might want to add a teaspoon or so of some vanilla extract or some extract flavoring of your choice. Add 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of the granulated sweetener of your choice. I'm using monk fruit sweetener. Blend everything together for about 30 to 40 seconds or until everything is completely smooth. If you want to, you can add a little bit of red food coloring to enhance the color of your popsicle. Just don't go crazy with the food coloring. You do not want to taste food coloring. So keep in mind, this is natural, so you're most likely not going to get those super brilliant bright colors that you see with the artificially flavored bomb pops that are in the store. If you do add a little bit of red food coloring, then just blend it in for another 20 to 30 seconds or until it's fully combined. Once everything is combined, then if you want to, you can taste the mixture a little bit, and if you need to, you can adjust the sweetness according to your personal taste. For me, 1.5 teaspoons was perfect. Divide the mixture evenly between 5 popsicle molds. It's roughly around 2 tablespoons in each mold. The amount can vary a little bit depending on the size of your popsicle mold, so basically you're wanting it to be filled about 1/3 of the way up. Insert your popsicle stick into the red layer. Make sure that you don't push your popsicle stick all the way down. You don't want it to pop out through the top of the popsicle, so just leave enough stick out so that you're able to grasp the bottom of the popsicle stick. Then place the red layer into your freezer and freeze it for about 2 hours or until it is completely solid. After 2 hours, check on the red layer. Make sure it is completely frozen. You do not want it to be soft at all or the colors will bleed through. Before you start making the white layer, make sure you thoroughly wash out your processor. You do not want any little red specks at all in your processor. In the processor, combine 80 milliliters or around 1/3 cup of, again, the keto-friendly lemonade of your choice, 35 grams or around 1.25 ounces of plain or flavored Greek yogurt. Again, I am using vanilla, and again, if you are using plain, you want to add a little bit of vanilla or flavored extract of your choice. Add 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of the granulated sweetener of your choice. Again, I am using monk fruit sweetener. Blend everything together for 30 to 40 seconds or until completely smooth. And once again, once this is fully combined, taste it if you need to and adjust the sweetness according to your personal taste. And once again, 1.5 teaspoons was perfect for this layer for me. Remove the frozen red layer of the popsicle from your freezer. Then carefully pour the white layer over the frozen red layer. It's roughly, again, around 2 tablespoons in each popsicle mold, or just about another 1/3 way up the popsicle mold. Then again, place the popsicles in your freezer for another 2 hours or until the white layer is completely solid. After 2 hours, check on your white layer, make sure it is completely solid so your colors don't bleed together. And before you start your blue layer, again, make sure that your food processor is thoroughly cleaned. You don't want any specks of white in your processor. For the blue layer, in your processor, combine 35 grams or around 1.25 ounce of blueberries. And again, these can be fresh or frozen. Again, if they are frozen, make sure you defrost them first. Add 36 milliliters or around 1.25 ounce of keto-friendly lemonade, 35 grams or around 1.25 ounce of plain or flavored Greek yogurt. Once again, I am using vanilla Greek yogurt. And again, if you choose to use plain, make sure you add some extract for some flavoring. Add 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of the granulated sweetener of your choice. Once again, I am using monk fruit sweetener. Blend everything together for about 30 to 40 seconds or until the mixture is completely smooth. And for this layer, if you want to add some blue food coloring to enhance the color a little bit, you can do that, but once again, do not go crazy. You do not want to taste food coloring. If you do add the food coloring, then once it's added, blend everything together for another 20 to 30 seconds so that the color gets fully combined and evenly distributed. And again, when it is fully combined, you can taste this a little bit and adjust the sweetness as needed. And this again, also 1.5 teaspoons was perfect for this layer also for me. Remove the popsicles from your freezer. Make sure that that white layer is completely solid. Carefully pour the blue layer over the frozen white layer. And again, this is about 2 tablespoons in each mold, depending on the size of your mold. Now, when you're filling this, you don't want to fill your popsicle molds completely to the edge because you don't want them spilling over. You want them to have room to expand a little bit. So almost fill them to the top, but not quite. Leave a little bit of space there. Also, if you drip any of the mixture anywhere on your popsicle mold, make sure you clean it up. You don't want the drippage to bleed into your molds and then have colors that are bled together. Once the popsicle molds are all filled, place them in your freezer for at least 4 hours or until they are completely frozen. Once you are ready to eat your popsicles, you most likely will need to run the molds underneath a little bit of warm water for a few seconds just to loosen the popsicles up. This only makes about 5 popsicles, so you can always multiply the recipe for however many popsicles you want to make. These will keep in the freezer for up to 1 month. Eat and enjoy.